guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. We have a lot of news that's happening today in our newsroom, so we're little busy bees here. But first up, I want to chat with you about Nebraska officials filing charges in the medical marijuana petition today. So this is in the petition fraud case. So they think that it's suspected that some of these signatures are false signatures, essentially. So the release says the charges are related to fraudulent signatures on petitions for the Nebraska medical cannabis regulation and medical cannabis patent protection. So Michael Egbert is the one who is being charged. He's the Grand Island petition circulator, and they say he's charged with false swearing into a circulator's affidavit on a petition. That is verbatim. Now, this is a Class 4 felony, so depending on what is ultimately decided, he may be facing a maximum of 2 years in prison or up to $10,000 in fines, and his arraignment is scheduled for October 2nd at 1:30. Now, if you were just joining us on our Facebook page, I believe we did have a that live joint press conference with Hilgers and Klein speaking about those charges, giving us a little bit more information. I do want to head over to our website. This is breaking news on our website for you. And as a reminder, you can always head to our website for more information. That's WOWT.com. For right now, you can see the breaking news banner right here. Nebraska officials filing charges in this medical marijuana petition fraud case. It's our top story, so we can click on this for you. And here's all the information right at your fingertips. So again, that's on our website, WOWT.com. Let me put up the banner there, so if you're just joining us, you know what we're discussing. So a report says that an investigation started after Hall County Election Commissioner found potentially fraudulent signatures, okay? So that Election Commissioner is Tracy Overstreet. Counties in Nebraska went through signature verification. Klein said he's working to keep the integrity of the election process, as you know, such an important thing. Meanwhile, a lawsuit challenging 2 medical marijuana petitions was filed in Lancaster County on Thursday, and this lawsuit alleges the petitions are sufficient for many reasons. As we scroll down, you can read the medical marijuana complaint right here. I believe it's 14 pages. Oh, 1 of 63. A bit off on that one. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so a lot of information on here. If you want to go through it, be my guest. We can use that as a web extra for you. But again, this is the top story that we're following as breaking news on our website right now. Charges filed in the medical marijuana petition fraud case. So it's suspected that some of these signatures on this petition are in fact false. So that's where this complaint comes in. Right here, about 60 pages, give or take, for this complaint. All right, so let's head back to our homepage here, WWT.com. Now, we will have this joint press conference that did air live on our Facebook page. We will have it up on our website for you as soon as we get it all together and that becomes available for us. So we're working on that as we speak. All right, so I'm going to switch gears on you here. Again, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of news going on today, so we're all hands on deck. Also wanted to mention all the petitions on abortion, school choice to appear on Nebraska's November ballot. So the big issue with this was justices say abortion rights petition did not violate the single subject rule. So the abortion has 3 specific issues. So this is the second case. The first case looked to toss the petition to protect abortion rights, and the justices said today the abortion rights petition did not violate that single subject rule. So just repeating myself on that one. Let's head back over to our website so I can kind of give you a closer glimpse of what we're working on today. So here's this story right here for you. Now, the second case, Protect Our Rights, argued both abortion petitions should remain on the November ballot. And the third case dealt with tossing the petition to repeal Nebraska's new school choice law. All the lawsuits were denied. So we do have these sections highlighted on our web store if you'd like more information and a link to additional stories. So again, to reiterate, the ballot is now finalized for Nebraskans to vote in November. So as a web extra, here's the case for school vouchers. I think this is this the 14? Okay, this is the 14 to 16 page in length. Okay. This is what I was envisioning. But again, a lot going on. Both of these stories are developing stories today, so you're going to want to stay with 6 News for the very latest when you can. So again, if you're just joining us, let's just chat briefly about a couple stories that we're working on today in our newsroom. So the charges were filed in the medical marijuana petition fraud case. They believe fraudulent signatures were on this petition case. And that's the main story that we're following right now. It's breaking news on our website, WOWT.com. Now, the next story that I'm mentioning is all petitions on abortion and school choice will appear on Nebraska's November ballot. The biggest issue here was, does this violate the single subject rule or not? So the ultimate vote in the Nebraska Supreme Court was that it does not. So everything, as I mentioned, it will be on the Nebraska ballot come this November. All right, well, before we go, let's take a look outside, chat a little bit about the weather. We're taking a live look from our Blackstone camera now. Looks like a decently nice day out there. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord says, expect mostly sunny conditions today with high clouds in the east with a high of 87. So it's still kind of too swampy, as I like to call it, for my liking. But we'll see what happens. We know it's meteorological fall technically, but, fall is on its way for the rest of us. So I will say that. Let's head over, take a look from our first national camera. So there you go, you can kind of see those clouds. Rusty also says increasing clouds by tonight with a low of 63. And then Saturday, if you're like me and hoping for a little bit of rain in the area, maybe to keep those summer plants still alive, Saturday, Rusty says a 20% chance of morning drizzle. So I'm hoping that that becomes a greater percentage as the day progresses, but of course we'll have to wait and see as we take a look with our children's Nebraska camera. So Saturday, 20% chance of morning drizzle, mostly cloudy, a high of 83. And then let's take a look at 144th and Dodge, take a look at some traffic here. All looks well to me. Rusty says Sunday, partly cloudy, a high of 88. South gusts to 25 miles per hour. So again, the weekend, we'll have to pack our patience with that, and as I mentioned, hopefully it will rain out there. We do need the water still. From what I've been told, it's been a pretty dry meteorological fall so far here in Nebraska. But in the meantime, just wanted to say thanks so much for following me here at the Alert Center. Stay tuned for our midday newscast that is coming up shortly. Until then, have a wonderful day.